Let me unmute. Yeah. Just not you, though.
Properties. Microphone. There we go. Can you guys hear us okay? I have too many different settings here. It's showing me that mine's working. And Eric, can you talk for me again?
Yeah, and I can hear you as well.
All right, cool. All right, chat. Can you guys hear us okay? And then there's that 30-second lag. Showing me that it's working. I see visual indicators, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Everything looks good.
Cool. Oh, yeah. Can you tell my screen turned on?
Now we have
I've got another light.
light.
I'll be like this most of the time, but like over here is our little cheat sheet of links. No. I hate when I do that. Oh my goodness. Okay, there it goes. And okay, that's just rude. I swear one day Microsoft will just let me have like half of a window open on my screen, but today is not that day. So hi guys, today we're going to be doing some non-human stuff. Welcome. Non-human clothing. I got a little dinosaur plushie that I'm going to make today, and then if we get fast enough, I'll be making a shark pool floaty. And of course, today's feature of the day is pressure. So yeah, we're making some cute little dinosaurs. We'll see how far we get. I might put clothes on said dinosaur plushie. Obviously, I do kind of want to put make a little T-Rex with a vest. Right now, Eric can only see the Marvelous Designer screen. He cannot see the actual stream itself.
Yeah, I can't see you, so I'm just looking at
here you go. I will share my side with OBS.
No, that's
now
not,
you can see.
Not necessary.
No, you must suffer with the rest of everyone, Eric. You must suffer just the black screen behind me. You can't see the normal screen. You must suffer the angry, tiny little dinosaur. There you go.
I love the angry, tiny little dinosaur.
I love him so much. I love his little floppy legs. You guys can't see it. I've made a little test version of him the other day to make sure I was making it right. So I got a little picture of him. And that Eric was seeing it. So you guys will get to see it as I make it. I do want to put a vest on him. We're going to see. Because I'd like to make, a pool floaty because it's summer, but also cute little dinosaur. So let's go ahead and get started with the introductions. For those of you who are new, and for those of you who are returning, welcome and welcome back. I am Megan, and I work for Marvelous Designer as a 3D designer and community manager. And on audio this time, and in the chat helping me moderate, we have Eric, and he works for Marvelous Designer as the U.S. Business Development Manager, and he'll be helping answer questions, chat with me, chat with you guys, and he will also, as I said, be moderating, so watch it in the chat. And Eric, if we have any bots, it's your job to kick them out.
Oh, fun.
We had some last time, and I was just like, oh, cool, you're banned now. So I did make an announcement on our Discord channel, so I'm going to share with you all our Discord channel invite link. Here is, there it goes. We're using the Restream bot here. Here is our Discord channel. This is our most active community. We also have a forum. I'll link that in a bit. Here you'll get to chat with other users, share images, share your work, and see, get advice, get tips, get help from other users across the world in Marvelous Designer. Just be aware, as always, there are people across the world, so some people might be asleep when you're awake. And for those of you in the future, and those of you who want to see our forum, I'm linking our website, because the software that we're going to exclusively use is Marvelous Designer. So we are going to use Marvelous Designer software. Here's a link to our website for purchasing, for subscribing, and for checking out the forums, where you can also get help, post photos, talk with other people. We just have a few different locations of options. And for those of you who are on our, there it is, who are on our Twitch channel, I'm linking in the chat our YouTube channel. So for our Twitch channel, what we generally do is we do leave our videos up for the 14-day period, and we do let them expire after the 14-day period. But on YouTube, we are multi-streaming to both at the same time. On YouTube, we do keep them in perpetuity, so you can come back and reference these videos for tutorial, for reference, whichever you want. And we also have our tutorials here. So if you're new to Marvelous Designer, you've never used it before, we actually have our recommended tutorials and best practice tutorials here on our YouTube channel. Let me go ahead and link for the chat as well our beginner YouTube tutorials. So this will just help you get started in Marvelous Designer, making clothes, making fabric in Marvelous Designer with best practices. And if you have Marvelous Designer, if you are having trouble with our website, feel free to contact us at support@marvelousdesigner.com, but I do recommend posting it in the chat here, contacting us via the support link on our website. It will make it a little bit faster. It'll create a support ticket under your account name, which makes it a little bit faster and fewer questions that need to be asked. So if you're having trouble with the software, if you think there's a bug, feel free to contact us there. And delete all those old ones. So let's go ahead. I'm going to move this out of the way. Actually, I'm going to move everything around. I need to move my screen so I can see the chat and my cute little reference photos. And then we'll go to the software. There we go. And I'm going to keep an eye on the drop frames. You guys let me know if it ever ends up starting to lag. So I'm going to show a little picture of the practice one. We're going to make a little dinosaur today. Little dinosaur plushie. You can't see his tail. But we're going to go ahead and get started making a plushie. But I will discuss, for those of you who are new, how we're going to be making this. So you can choose to sculpt it in a different program, or you can make it out of fabric with the same concepts as making a pillow. Oh, let me scroll down. There we go. I do not know what that means. I should pull up Google Translate before we get further. That didn't translate. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna make a little tiny little dinosaur plushie. Drag this over here. So I do want to discuss pressure before we get started. I'm just going to show you really quick. We do have a tutorial on pressure, but this is like a few seconds. I just made a pillow that is probably bigger than a bed. Yep. All right. Well, I'm not going to make it that big. Hi, Rosemary. Welcome. You just missed the introductory spiel, so we just started. I'm going to be making some plushies today. For those of you who don't know, Rosemary is one of our power users in our Discord community. She is super helpful and nice. So I'm going to talk about pressure for a second here. So I'm making one pattern and right clicking, and I'm going to choose layer clone over. So I'm just going to remember that. So with the piece that is over, it's going to be a positive pressure. You can choose to flip your normals, so you don't have to worry about negatives, but I will just do this for the concept here. So for pressure, I'm going to do positive 20 and negative 20. The reason I'm doing negative 20 on the inside is so that pressure is going towards the normal side and then against the normal side. That will create an inflated pillow. So this is the concept that we're going to be using today to make our little dinosaur plushie. You can flip this normal on this pattern here on the back if you wish. Just make sure that it is a positive pressure value if you do. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, I will show my little picture here. This is just one of the points. This was my little practice one. I'm going to make a little T-Rex boy. So I'm going to start with the head for my little T-Rex boy. Let's see, do I have a reference picture? I'm just going to bring in one of the reference photos. So I'm right clicking in the 2D window. I'm going to add an image. I do have a picture of one that I liked that I'm going to reference here. Normally you can trace these things, but I'm not going to be tracing him. He's just going to be hanging out for the head shape. So I can just zoom in on him. So I'm going to go ahead and get started by selecting the polygon tool or the H hotkey. I can kind of just copy here, but I do know this doesn't work. So I'm just going to be creating the base shape here. That's just going to help with the shape of his head. And I'm going to be using the V hotkey to create curve points. And then I'm just going to start shaping his head. Convert to curve point so it's a little bit more curvy. And I think I'll leave that one as a point for now. Where's my fabric? Move you back in here. I'm going to just put the eye in there with the internal line tool just because I want a little tiny angry boy. Tiny angry dinosaur. Just so I know he's angry the entire time he's being made. And let's go ahead and start creating his other half. I'm going to move him. Right click, and I'm choosing symmetrical pattern with sewing. You can use the Control D hotkey. So I have the right side and the left side. And then we can start with his chin here. I do want to make it, we'll probably start actually with his, like with the rest of the neck here, and then I can get the measurement for the chin. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with a rectangle, because this will change shape over time. And I'm just working on the half. So I can right click, choose unfold with symmetrical editing. And that way, one thing I do to one side, I do to the other. This then allows me to start with the shape of the head. That is very wide, so I'm going to go ahead and make it a little bit thinner. No, I don't. He might. We'll see. We'll see how I feel about it in a minute. Yeah, I'm trying to decide because I made him one way, but he also might be really cute if he's got just a really thick head. but we'll see. So I'm going to go ahead and pin where I think the top is going to be. So for those of you who may not know, you can select the W key and then click, and you can make one pin in the 3D window. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and start making him. Control H to make it a little bit stiffer, and we're going to see how this looks. It's probably not going to look the best, but we're going to start shaping him in a different way than normal here. I can also apply pressure. So making sure all of my negative pressure is on the inside, or my flip normals are on the inside, so I'm just going to add a positive pressure. So I'm going to do 2. I figured that would happen. W, and then click. Yeah, move. I mean, I know what it's going to look like just because I have a copy of my pattern to the right, but he might look cute with the little thick head. But we're going to see. I'm going to pull this up a little bit so we can see. It's a little bit different, because normally it's more fun to watch while you guys can see something. Because it'll be much easier once we get his head inflated. He needs a big head. Let's be honest, guys. There we go. Yeah. Just trying to get this pressure to at least show. There we go. It's a little bit more fun to see it. So we got the start of it. It's like a little hood. This is going to be the rest of the back of his torso. So let's go ahead and start the body. I've turned off simulation. The spacebar is the hotkey for simulating. And polygon, I'm just going to start. I want him to be a little bit round, as the photo has there. But he's definitely going to have floppy legs, because I love floppy legs. And we'll just keep this pretty simple here, because we can always make it more complex as we're going. This will make it a lot easier as well. And bring his head up. And then sew the body to the neck. So I'm going to hit Control C, Control D, which then applies the sewing to the other side. And now that we have about the thickness of the head, we can adjust this as we go. I can then measure using my Edit Pattern tool the full length of the chin. So 537.9. Yes, it's just a triangle, but because we're going to have a curve, we can probably get away with it. Let's see. $537. Okay, so then we got 0.8. Well, close enough. 537.7. Again, I'm just going to symmetrically link that. And then start sewing that chin. Oh wait, I forgot. It's not going over the chin, is it? Nah. It is. Okay. Chin. Thank you. You say that now while I like create this just monstrosity. I should have used some layer clone instead of that. Let's actually make all of this a little bit stronger. There we go. There's his chin. Grab his head. There we go. And what's the value right now of pressure? It's just 1. Okay, so I'm just going to add 1 to the chin. And now that we've got part of the body, we can start the rest of it. 6, 8, okay, 6, 8, 5, 8. What? Oh, you know, that would make a lot of sense, but I can also do it this way and cheat and just steal 794.5. Yeah. Change length. 1.8. And it's 2,546. I don't want to move it. And that's going to be a fun little problem. But we'll just go ahead and simulate that. I believe in our software that it won't cause me too much of a problem. I believe in us. There we go. Does look like it might be a little too long still. Let's see what's going on here. It's going across the head. Oh. I need to adjust my sewing. No, it's because I changed it. So actually this is a good example. So because I changed the length and it didn't have any segment points in there and I used the length changing feature, you can see how it's wrinkling on the head because it actually moved with the head sewing, moved with it in the ratio. So I actually need to grab this little sewing segment point here and you can see the blue line is where it actually is supposed to be. Now it'll settle itself. There we go. There we got the start of our little dinosaur. He's definitely going to become more rotund though because I'm going to start changing a lot of this. But we have our base shape that we'll end up carving out. Oh, he definitely. He doesn't even have a belly yet. He's going to have a belly. Oh yeah, we can do that. Right now he looks like a toucan. Like a very square toucan. Tiny beak. So, because I haven't even added any shape, this is just super simple. So I'm just using the measurements because then I can start moving things together. So what do you got here? 944.6. I'll just do another rectangle. Yeah, sure. He looks like he's carrying a briefcase now. Oh my gosh. And I'm just making it on the half again, so 254.3. 254.4 is close enough. And then again, right click, unfold to symmetrical editing. His briefcase got bigger. This is really funny to me. I don't know why. I'm so sorry. Superimpose side in the 3D window. I'm applying a value of 1 for pressure. So we have our super horrible rough shape of him, but it's gonna be fine. Because now we're gonna start making him more rotund. Gonna be so cute. There's also not a bottom yet. Yeah, I'll probably just start off with an ellipse bottom and then we'll change it around as we go. Yeah, because we want him to be a little chubby here. It's kind of little, it's a little big though. That's definitely a little big. Pull this in. Actually, I like the shape of this one, but I'll just make it smaller. Oh yeah, good call. using the internal line. I'm just going to go ahead and cut that. Cut so. I don't know why I did so. Unfold. There we go. It looks like a... I don't know why I'm like... it looks like a fish just ready to just consume this tiny little plushie. Don't. Like, you know, like in Animal Crossing. It's a little fish shadow. Yeah, you know what? Okay, yeah, this might be a little bit, but we're gonna find out. This is his shadow. I'm making sure by checking my sewing direction that I'm sewing the correct direction on the shadow as on the shadow. The bottom as I am on the top here. And then adding another pressure value. This is a very large plushie, but I wanted the texture from one of the fabrics, and that's why we're doing this. Yeah, that's why he's quite large. I'm just going to choose, I can always make him smaller pretty easy, but I did want to get the base down. It's because I didn't sew the base here. It will, so I need to do that, but I wanted this to be a little bit more curved. Yeah. And these Bezier curves are going to get me one day. This is why I recommend not working in Bezier curves, just because you don't have as much control as you would normally. There you go. Yeah, that means I also need to adjust the shadow. Come on. The little fish shadow. And he's still too big, so let's see what's going on at the bottom here. Yeah, I figured. I wanted him to be more rotund. The fish is still too large. Yeah, I probably will do that, and curve points. There we go. I'm going to stiffen this bottom piece as well, just because of what's going on. So it is doing what I want it to do. So what is actually going to happen is that this is straight, so I'm going to go ahead and curve this. Because we just kind of got the shape so far, so we're going to start actually getting our little dinosaur going. I do want the tail to be a little bit longer. That might also help us. Obviously, I'm going to need to change the length. Yeah. Come on. I just want this to be flat. Oh, I do want him to... He needs to be wider. I did make him very thin here. He should be wider. Come here, guy. How much is this program? I don't remember, Eric, what's the exact monthly price again? He is so small. Okay, we're gonna do this. There we go. It was at a super low value for pressure, so there we go. He's starting to look a little bit better. I still want him to be a little chubbier, but we're getting there. Okay. Yeah, it looks like Aaron Powell on YouTube asked that question. Chubby boy. Mm. There we go. I could lower the gravity, but he is very large, and that's why he's having that problem. I'm just moving this around. Look at him. Look at him. He's gonna be so chubby. I love him. But yeah, let's see. You know, I didn't try it the first time I was making it. Let's see what happens if I did lower gravity. 47. We'll do negative 47. About half gravity. Just for this boy. He is a big boy. I do have some patterning things to do because he is not done. See, his head is really thick. So I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like it should narrow a little bit more in the front. What is the length of the head right now? 1066. I'll go ahead and actually be... Oopsie. Don't do that. 1066. Convert to curve points. Split at 1066. And that's where the sewing point is, because I think he would look kind of cute with a little bit more of a closer in nose, I think. It's going to change the length of this guy, and I'll have to fix that. And you can see here, he looks like he's pouting. Oh my goodness, that's really funny. So now this length is going to be shorter. Brown button. And we'll just pull this in a little bit. Oh, actually, we'll just taper this a little more. For the sewing. Hello! He looks very funny right now. I'm just going to shorten this up a bit. And I don't really care. That's super small for this little guy. Look at him. He looks like he has... I'm going to give him nostrils right now. So I'm going to use the Line 3D pattern tool, and I'm just going to draw some little nostrils on this guy. And because it's symmetrically linked, edit 3D line pattern tool, right click, convert to internal shape. Look at him nose! Oh my gosh. I'm having the time of my life right now, just with his little nose. I know it's silly, but he's just so darn stinking cute. And normally I don't get to make, don't get to. Normally we haven't made anything that's not clothing, so I think this is fun. He looks so pouty. Meh. Okay, let's see. Simulate. Look at this guy. It's different. I wanted him to be floppier because I wanted a floppy leg one. I do want to adjust his neck a little bit, so let's go ahead and do that. All that really is going to be is using the edit curve point tool. I'm just going to be pulling it in a little bit more. And what is going to happen is I have to split this one down the center because I'm going to give him some little spikes. But first, I have to remove linked editing. And then I can... Now there's two shapes because I did that. Just going to delete one of them. Cut and sew. Oops. Wrong hotkey. And I've selected them both. They should be symmetrical. We're going to find out. I'm going to use apply linked editing. And now they are still linked together. Control H on both to keep them stabilized. Limitations. Probably you want to stay within the size of this area for the limitations, Aaron. You really can. Yeah, I would say stay away from something that's like too big, like 3 stories. Probably stay away from 3 stories tall. Cause, yeah. So I mean, you can, but like at what Rosemary says, if you want to make it. If you actually want to make it for real and you want to make patterns, Clo3D will be what you want. Because you can actually make patterns and send them off to your manufacturer. Whereas Marvelous Designer is for the CG VFX industries. Look at him. He's so angry. I love his he loves his nostrils. I didn't make nostrils in the other one, so I'm really excited about that. Okay, what do you think? Should I make the tail go up at all anymore? Oh, yeah. Let's see. Well, it's because it's putting the volume here. Him so cute. I mean, that means I just need to do this. I need to just change the curve and account for the additional volume here. Woo! He fallen forward. You know, you can't always cheat and I'm gonna undo strengthening so that the base falls, and I can always freeze the base, but because we're adding more curves to the base, it's going to want to be more curved. So I will make this a little bit more straight, and I'll put this back here because I do want to keep away from cheating as much as possible, at least for now. Cheating. Yeah. Well, I can also arc the actual pattern itself. This can be arced because it's not. And that's why he's falling over. I'm going to give him a pin because I can do this. I'm going to add a point just so I don't forget where everything is. And we can do this and give him more length. Let's see, make sure that this is 1691.5, 1691.5, 91. I could do this. Wants to do it manually, could do it not manually. And now I can add the length to the back here. And then tail. Come on. Come here, little point. Little tail. This is the exact same problem when you're making a real plushie, is just getting that point to come out. Come here. There we go. See, now it's more of a floppy tail. It actually needs to go further up. There. Now it's a little long. Oh well. What do you think? Should I make it shorter? Just a touch. Yeah. Oh, I gotta fix the length. 1468.6. Because I made it longer. 1468.0. Close enough. Come on. That is pretty cute. Little stubby tail. Yeah, I like that. Let's give him some legs. And then he'll get some arms. I like that he's very round. Oh, actually, before we do that, we'll do the relatively easy part, and we'll give him his little spikes on his back. Do I want to do straight up triangles, or do I want to have them all connected? Let's see. And double check the chat. Kids love this. I think it would be fun. I know it's relatively easy to use, so I think if a kid wanted to play with this and make his own little plushie, they could. Annual subscription is similar. Yeah, it's because we're working on more features and things like that. We've also changed the subscription type. What do you think, Eric? Should I make it triangles, or should I make them triangle spikes, or should I make them all one piece? Yeah, we'll do that then. Always got to remember to make them a little bit bigger than I want. And I'm going to make it a little curved. Last time I learned the hard way. Let's see how many we got to do. We'll do 2 on his head, so Control C, Control V. Oop. We'll do 2 on the head. Starting from the base of the head up, and then 2. Oh, that's on the inside. I'm not remembering how I did this. B. Okay, where is my lines? I'm using my little ghost here, and I'm going to start on his head, going up like this, and then Control V, and then I'm going to right click, and I'm going to do probably, let's see. I can do multiples of them, but they were going to at a too large of an interval because of where I copied. So you can do intervals all in a line. You just make sure to copy the correct one and start your gap here. And I'm using the free sewing tool for this. I made his spikes a lot larger this time just because I know they're going to shrink when I add pressure. So let's see, we can probably get at least one more. So I would not let this simulate right now. I would definitely right click in the 3D window after selecting them all and then superimpose side. So now they're all, oh, this will be so cute. Oh my gosh. Might be a little big, but that's fine. I am going to freeze the back here just to make sure it's okay. Select all these pieces because that tells me that they might be hidden. Yeah. Flip the normal on this one. Oh, just the one, please. Flip normal. And then simulate. So they lay down. Selecting all of them. Layer clone over. Just so I remember. Double checking my normals. In this case, I will be flipping the normals of all of these boys. Flip normal. And now I can just do the same value of pressure on all of them all at once. You can choose to do this way. This is what I was explaining. You can also do it the other way, whichever ones makes more sense to you. Oh, look at them. They're all floppy. Use Control H and we'll see what happens. I might have made them a little too tall. What do you think? I can always make them a little smaller. There. They're so cute. Yeah. I'm just gonna flip this boy around. Come here. Doing it a little shorter. Let's see. I mean, he is a giant plushie right now. Gotta think of a name for him. What do you think? Alrighty. Let's see how it looks with them not doing that. Well, let's make them all 20 as well. This is also all at 20 particle distance. We can always make it a lot smaller of a particle distance, but this is just the build particle distance. They're all floppy. They're so cute. Make them fleece. All right. So let's go ahead. I'm going to freeze all of these. Just make it a little easier on all of us. And the simulation. We'll check. Oh, nice. We haven't had any drop frames yet. Oops. This is happening. Yeah. I don't know. But I am here for it. I appreciate it. Yeah, right? You could sculpt this plushie if you wanted. Go ahead, Eric. Though if you had both softwares, you could technically then just kind of true up your patterns in... Oh, I made these giant. I was making his arms. Giant floppy arms. Though you can use these patterns to then make more accurate patterns afterwards. Yeah. Like seam allowances and things like that. Otherwise, you can probably sculpt it if you really wanted to. I want him to have... Okay. I know, I'm like, he doesn't have wings. He has tiny little T-Rex arms. He can't even put on a vest. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Yeah, I'm gonna make him... Well, the thing is that I have to make it a little bit bigger just because of the pressure. Yeah. There we go. Let's try that. And layer clone under. Just remember which side you've done. I'm going to flip the normal. And then I can just apply the same value. 20 particle distance, or 20 pressure. So only one of them. I don't want it under his chin, but I want it here-ish. Yeah. Yeah, little stubby arms. Floppy boy. I will move this, though. It should be a little higher, just because of... There we go. And we'll make this 50 pressure, because why not? There we go. Oh, floppy arms. You could also make these actually on the piece, but I'm enjoying having little floppy arms. I love them so much. He just little floppy arms. He can't even scratch his own back. Control C, Control D. I also used to make plushies, so I'm absolutely enjoying this a little too much. Excuse me. Oh, fine. Control C, Control V. I can't link them symmetrically because there's already a symmetrically linked piece, so I'm just going to have to go ahead and eyeball it for his arms. For him, but arms. Merp. I'm having... Look at him! He's a floppy little T-Rex! Look at... He's got a little floppy arm. He can't reach anything. If I give him a vest, he couldn't even button his own vest. Look at... He couldn't even do it. That's okay. Look at him. I should give him a mouth. Nah, I just put a hole in the back. It would be a custom-made vest for this boy. He deserves the vest. He deserves a little vest and a little tie. If we have time, we're going to see. Because I can always... We're probably not going to have time. Oh. Now I have to. I can always just quickly draft a vest. I mean, I have my patterns here. But we got to give him feet first. He needs feet. Because he's going to be sitting this whole time. So let's go ahead and make him some feet. I'm gonna make him a little ellipse for the pad of the foot. Well, apparently he has pads for his little feet. And then I can use that. And then check the scale. Do I want to give him like giant feet? Probably not this big. See, I could measure, but it's more fun to not have to measure and just make everything without measurement in Marvelous Designer. Like, sometimes it's nice to not have to do math and, like, worry about all my patterns. I can just wing it. Okay, so for the base and the toe box. Huh? Oh. It's because I probably touched it. I'll have to simulate all this in the end anyway. 521.5. So I'm just going to go ahead and draw a him leg. Yeah, I will still give that, and then we'll go like this. It's the most ugly shoe I've drawn in a while. No, I don't want to have that. I don't want it to actually look like a shoe. Even a bad shoe. Yeah, it's just gonna be a little triangle. No point. I'm gonna add a point, give him a little ankle so that we have giant toes. He deserves giant toes. Something Nick said. You can see usable basic patterns and export them as vectors. Marvelous Designer is not meant for pattern making, and as we already have a program that's currently meant for pattern making, so I don't know if we would be interested. And then Aaron said it. Yeah. We're most likely not going to be making patterns when we already have a software that's made for making patterns and for that specific industry. 552. Okay, so I made his leg too tall. 521. Okay, 5. Close enough. Too tall. There. Yeah. Not as cute as my other ones. But yeah, if you did want to make real actual patterns, Clo is meant for the fashion and apparel manufacturing industries, and it has features catered towards that. So if you want to make real patterns, go with Clo. It's meant for it. There. Okay, now I can do... The only thing is, with clothes, you have to know how to make patterns to actually be able to utilize the software and understand how patterns kind of work. Marvelous Designer is a little forgiving, clothes a little less so in different ways. But it has a bunch of features, but obviously I haven't used it. I haven't used the latest version as much as I've used the previous versions. Control-C, Control-D to make the matching inside of his leg. Where my legs at? There they are. Come here. Oh, I didn't smash you link it. That's fine. We have a Marvelous Designer Twitch channel. And I stream to the Marvelous Designer Twitch channel. I don't have time for a Twitch channel. I make Marvelous Designer content. Where's my front side? There we go. Where are you? There. We got feet. I just wanted them to be cute feet. Like before I sew them to the body, I'm like, they have to be cute and floppy. He should have pretty rotund little toes. And we're gonna find out. I might need a curve. What? Oh, it's symmetrically linked. Hold on. No. I just needed to sew this to this. Yeah, I just need to remove linked editing just for this one. Because now it'll work. Oh yeah, they're not. Bloop. Now, I shall sew it to his torso. And simulate. Excuse me, why are you not... Excuse me. Hello? Excuse me, toes, what are you doing? Excuse me. Oh, did it not sew? I just didn't save it. Oh, there we go. Come on. I believe in you and your little rotund toes. Come on. I have a whole other thing to make. Hurry up. Reset to the arrangement. Wait, where'd you go? Because the only thing is I just have to do it, get this to work once, and then I can just copy and paste it. Come on, little toes. Don't believe in yourself. Believe in me who believes in you. There it is. There it is. It's got a little point, so I'll fix that. I curve that. I gotta fix that just by curving the bottom. And I can just adjust his little toesies. 531, what are we at here? 521, let's see. There we go. Oh. Be that way. Flip normal. And they should be sewn together. Which means I have to delete that. Delete sewing. Just because I need to sew it to the toe. And then I'll sew them back together. And then I sew this to the leg. And then make sure that I have pressure going in the correct direction. Oh, this just isn't stiff. No, it's the toe normal flipped, so I just need to do this and then Control H. See? And little floppy legs. They're a little long in my opinion, so I'm gonna go bloop. Give him floppy little ankles. Come here. Yeah. Remove linked editing. So now that I got the leg that I like. Everything is sewn already on the copy, and I just need to sew it to the torso, and I'm just going to go ahead and grab that. And move it. Sometimes you can use the hotkey like Control F, but oftentimes it doesn't work as well as you want it to. His floppy little legs. Look at him, he's so cute. Look at those floppy little legs, he just can't even walk. Those little floppy legs. Look at him legs. Yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead, Control H, unfreeze everything. Last but not least, let's go ahead and create the fun little details, which are his eyes. Right-clicking the internal line, and I'm cloning that as a pattern. That's fine. I'm going to start adding fabric here. Going to my library. Nylon is for the next piece. Sherpa. Because in the later version we have Sherpa. We've got some cute little fleece here, if it'll show for me. Doesn't really render as Fleece in Marvelous Designer because we don't have a render engine. These are from Clo as well, so if you have Clo, you can see them. But fun textures. I want them. Okay, so he gonna be a little red dinosaur. Texture, desaturation on. Color, I'm gonna give him dark red because he wants to be a scary dinosaur, but he's not a scary dinosaur. We'll do that color, and then this one will become black for the eyes. Drag and drop onto its eyes. Control C, Control D. And I'm using free sewing, making sure that my notches match. These little lines are notches. And then I can select them and right click and superimpose over. Now, the only hard part is this guy, because I did make them internal lines. We'll do the rest of it first, though. Oh, what color should I make his spikes? Well, we'll figure that out in a minute. So I'm not simulating. Pressure is off. I'm going to start coloring him. Drag and drop. Go be him so cute. He's no my guy. He's so cute. Okay, so I did do cream. We're going to see how that looks. Or this like peachy color. He's like, I'm spooky. But he's not scary. He just likes to think he's scary. Oh. Let's give him red legs. And we have that fun fleece texture. It'll be fun when I render this, though. We have black. Maybe I'll do a gray for his eyes. Oh yeah, let's do it. Oh yes. He's like, I'm spooky. Don't look at my tummy. I'm scary. Okay, so let's see what color we want to do for his little spikes, because we have cream, we have red. Like maybe brown? Let's see. That's cute. And we'll do brown. Well, let's see. I can just drag and drop it and then we'll play with it. Oh, it is pretty saturated. So let's desaturate him a little bit. Let's make it a little bit. I know it's very cute. Oh, okay. Let's do the spikes. We can make them a little brighter. Let's see. They look cute. Apart from having artistic fun, wouldn't it be better to model the base in 3D and then use it as an avatar for tracing? Honestly, I would just make it this way, because then I have more control over it being an actual like plushie, and I can create more wrinkles where I want them with the pin. I mean, that is definitely a way to go. But at that point, you could also just sculpt him entirely in your other 3D software and just make a plushie that way. It just depends on your preference. There. Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, actually you could probably just bring an entire piece and bring it in as a garment like you were saying. And then there you go. Trace his pattern. I'm making his nose holes. Yeah. Yeah, it might not be perfect, but That is an option. Okay, now that I have his little nose, symmetrical pattern with sewing, we'll put that near the nose. Select both, right click, superimpose over. Yes, he's so cute. Oh yeah, I forgot. Don't simulate, because he should be strengthened. Well, it's because it's fleece, so he's just even more chunky. I love it. And that's also why your fabric is important. Look, I love him. Look at the little pin. And just kind of hanging on. I'll delete it. I did. It looks like he got a little mohawk. He's like, I'm a big bagged scary dinosaur. Oh, then we'll give him a vest. Alright, he's getting a vest. Oh, okay. Come on. I keep deactivating it. I mean, there's two ways I could do it. So the question is, should I do it with saving him as an avatar and then bringing him in and attempting to use the, oh, don't fall over, little guy. Should I bring him in as an avatar and use the fit suit? Because technically I could make a fit suit. Or I can just draw it. Oh, we could do... Oh, I could do a bow tie. We're going to do a bow tie. I will put a pin in him so he doesn't fall over because he deserves to have his little outfit. We're going to see how fast I can go. Okay. Because I got all my patterns here, so I'm going to give him a little vest. So let's go ahead. Yeah. Why do I do that? There we go. You know what? Let's make it even funnier. Let's make it even easier. Oh, I can't do that. I was going to flatten it. I'll do it this way. I need to do one thing to make my life easier, and that is to change my keys. I don't know if that's going to be easier. What, Eric, you want me to stop streaming so you can stream? You want me to quit? Oh yeah. Save project as dinosaur. Angry dino. So I put my segment points here so that I know where his arms are in the pattern. 64.6. So I know this is 328.9, so I'm going to do... Oops, wrong direction. I know, that's why you gotta see it. Line 1. 328. Excuse me. Oh, it's not long enough. That's close enough. I just need to know where his arm is gonna be on both sides. Use my little ghost. Yes, that's close. Alright, time for his vest. It's gonna go on his neck, so I'm gonna go ahead and just move these pieces. Lock all pattern outlines. And I can make the start of this vest. Where's his underarm? Segment point, there it is. I'll make a hole for his arm. Come here. Just move that. Gonna be the cutest sweater. Right-clicking the internal ellipse and choosing Convert to Whole. Now I'm making all of these layer 1. And I'm gonna do... I'm gonna hold this and simulate. God, he already has the hole. He's gonna be so cute. Now we need to decide what kind of vest it should be. So because of the angle, I need to pull this closer. Symmetrical pattern with sewing. And I locked all my pattern outlines, so... except for the new ones that I've made. To make it easier for me to work. This guy does not have any arrangement points, so I'm just having to do this by hand. Come on. Give him. Well, we're gonna see. Because I want it to look nice. It is his nice suit. His nice little vest here. We want to make sure it's comfy. Oh, we could do that. That would be really cute. Let me just adjust this. I could sew it to the center back line. I kind of wanted to like make a hole, but we'll just do it the easy way. Like what Rosemary was saying. Yeah. Yeah. It would make it easier to have the open vest. Unlocking my pattern outlines. Free sewing. It's between these two. So we got 1, 2. I'm going to do it the other side. Oh, did I lose my sewing relationship? There we go. 1, 2. That might be cross-crossing. Let me see one thing. Okay, no, it's fine. I wanted to make like a little hole so it like goes over the spikes. This needs to be wider. I made it a little too long potentially. So let's pull it back. Yeah, that should make it a little easier. Come on. Delete this. I have to adjust the fit on him. Here, I'll delete the sewing in the front so he's cute the entire time. I need to adjust this hole. That sounds weird. I need to adjust the armhole here for his vest. There we go. Yeah, it's starting. Yeah, I want to also make this thinner. Yeah. It's also still 20 particle distance. I want to have this go higher on his neck. Because I can make this change, but I do want this vest to be a little higher. Yeah, just checking the fit here because I see his armhole's pretty big. He's so cute. Can't fit in this little vest. Okay, so let's go ahead and clean this pattern up. Right-clicking all of these, turning them into curve points. Convert to curve point. What kind of vest should we give him? Should we give him a rolled collar? Should we give him a... Should we give him a normal... Should we give him buttons? Because he should have... Let's give him number one, before we do anything, he needs to have his bow tie. The real question is, should it be attached to him, or should I just have like this little long bow tie neck, bow tie, little collar? It's gonna be so cute. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna give him a little necklace. I'll actually measure this one though. Yeah, I can pull this down a little bit. And then I'm gonna guesstimate that. 650. That is way wider. Huh? It can't be 650. I guess it's not, there's not a lot of 650, so it should be around, I'm gonna do 1,000, and then we'll see. Yeah, it fits him almost too well. I feel like I need to adjust that. I need to make an internal line here so I can sew. I guess I don't really need to. It's not the... I'll just move this sewing relationship down. Boop. That way he can have a nice bow tie. I'll put it back in a minute. Nope, not that far. Wherever this is. Superimpose side. What? There you go. That is quite wide. That is not the tiny little collar that I want. Excuse me, sir, but you need to be Control H. Thank you. Oh, and I need to flip the normal. Definitely too wide, so let's do... I figured it would be closer to 700 or so. Oh, I did the wrong side. Make that layer 2 so it pops out. Come here. Which side am I grabbing? Oh, that's why. Unfold with symmetrical editing. And I'm going to... I don't want to use the lasso. I want to use the mesh box. Just grab that and... Sir, this is a child-friendly show. Put your vest back on. I should have. That's okay though. It'll be back on in a second. Sir, this is leave him alone. He's trying his best, okay? He doesn't have arms and I only have one hand. This is after this is a Friday night. He's just like, listen. He's trying to look snazzy. He just doesn't know how, and he doesn't have fingers. Oh, why did this get flipped? Oh, I see. Floop. Fine, I'll do it the normal way. Wrong way. Yeah, I just didn't want to do that. This is just an example of what not to do. I'm so... I swear? Excuse me. Come on. There we go. Alright, fine. Alright, fine. Come here, pin box. Turn off simulation. This is also how you tie knots. This is just for this bow tie. That's the easy part. I just need his to flip. There we go. Sir, this is what's happening because this is 20 particle distance. Come on. I like that his bow tie is starting to like crawl up his neck. All right. I'll freeze the vest. Just let me put it back on him. Oh, I see what's going on. I see what you mean. Yeah, I'll freeze that side and then I'll freeze this side. Come here, you. It's just because it's such a small point and there's still 20 particle distance, and that's why. Yeah, I'll bring this to 15. And the arms. 15. Stay there. Yeah, I agree. I think the armholes need to come more forward. I should check the strain map and see what's going on. Yeah, that's why. Let me just move these armholes real fast too. At least this one. It still needs to be more forward. There. And then this one needs to just listen. All right, there we go. Poor T-Rex can't even get dressed, even with help. All right. Now, because it is a plushie, I am going to be a little cheater and use the tack tool. Tack this down. Because I'm just going to attach the bow tie here. There we go. He's so cute. He's a little fancy boy. Alright. So here's the easy part. Personal valet to T-Rex, yes. This is the job opening. Do. How big do I want this bow tie? Where is it? It is inside of him somewhere. Oh no, it's actually in the ground. I'm gonna adjust that. It's all the way down here. Reset 2D arrangement. Right click. Invert selection, Control K. There we go. Turn off strain map. Come here, you. It might be a little big for his bow tie. I'm gonna fix that. Doop doop. Come here. That'll be good. That'll be good bow tie. Layer clone over. Yep. That is the best way to go. Where's the right side? Can you tell me? There it is. Yep. That's my plan. It's also how I do it normally whenever I make a little bow tie. It's so much faster. We're gonna make this 50. Definitely make a little pillow. I think it needs to be wider. That's just my opinion though. I didn't add. I made it layer 50, not pressure 50. 50. There it goes. Little too much. Oh, yes. What Rosemary said. This will be less. Whenever this is, I will read it out loud. For beginners that lose the patterns, the position relative to the X baseline and Y line indicate how far and above and below in the 3D window it is. So all of these pieces, if I was to reset this, they would all exist below ground. So it is generally best to keep everything above, but just because of how I'm building this, it's not the cleanest as you are seeing, just because I need to clean it up for export and things like that. That's why I lost the pattern, because it was below the ground. This definitely needs to be less. And then sure. Oh yeah, we can do that. Let me just pin it to him. I wanted to see the scale. Because it also is probably a little too big as well, but we'll see. So let's round the corners using the smooth curve tool. I'm just going to go ahead, round the corners. I'm keeping an eye on it being 103 on all the sides. I can also right click and make it 103. Oh, I have to do it on both sides. 103. Come here, you. What? Come here. There we go. 103, 103. I should have just done percentage, but that would have made my life too easy. There we go. So now we have our little bow tie. His neck pillow. He's ready to go on his airplane trip. So what I'm gonna do next is, which side are you? Okay, it's on the back side. Remove linked editing. And I'm going to create an internal line just so I can, so to that internal piece. And I'm doing it the very lazy way. Now this is a great example. This, I can't find it. It's all the way out to the far left. So if I look, if I hit the 2 hotkeys, zoom out, there it is. It's all the way out in space. Excuse me. There you go. Come here. It's definitely too wide. I am going to probably turn down the pressure to 5 just to make it easier. And rely more on this boy too. Internal polygon 161.7. We'll just do pretty big one because it's gonna go on both sides. Then I can just edit this to match. I don't need to worry so much about actually doing proper pattern making because I'm just going to throw that on there. Make this, before we do anything else, 10 particle distance. These pillows should also become 10. And what I'm going to do is make a copy, Control C, Control V. Do the same to the bottom piece. This doesn't also have to be perfect. Because then I'm going to have them meet in the middle, and then I will have them normal. So, and I'm just gonna sew that not to his leg in the 3D window. Yeah, that was my one worry, was that this would do that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make this layer 2 just for funsies. So this pulls out. Come here. When the bow tie is the hardest part of the entire stream. Come here. Excuse me. Okay. Come here, you. Inflatable bow tie, yes. He's a Doctor Who dinosaur. Why? Come here. Fine, I'm going to do this again. I'm just going to deactivate this. Have this guy reset itself. Freeze our little bow tie, and then do it. Because it's having a little issue on its own. This little guy, it's acting up. I did not give you... I'm going to delete this sewing. We'll try that again. My notches are going in the wrong way. Yeah, I'll probably do that. What I did wrong was my notches were going in the incorrect direction, which was causing this tuck, which was causing all of the issues. So I gotta delete this. And I'm just gonna do this manually. I'm just gonna go right around the bow tie. And it's gonna have to figure itself out. Because I think the normals are flipped. Should be fine. I'm just gonna do this. Come here, you. Why are you just having a problem? It's sewing through itself. Yeah, I did flip the normal. There it goes. So this is correct. I just had to pluck at it for a second. And we'll do the elastic to try to make it easier. So I've made the internal lines going up and down, and I'm just going to add elastic value. And check my sewing so it's not crisscrossed. I'm going to leave it like that because I preferred that version. Reset. We'll do reset 3D arrangement. So it's a little easier. We'll do one at a time. And I'm going to need to change the fabric on these. Flip. When this is honestly the hardest part, this is the funniest thing right now. Okay. If you could just rotate in a normal way. Just today. There we go. Yay, it's done. That's why his head's all the way up there. We gotta fix it a little bit. Why is this doing this today? It's just this bottom piece of this bow tie. These should be both 10. They are at layer 1. It's having collision issues is what's happening. It's going inside out of itself. So we just gotta have this guy settle for a second. It's fine if this happens because I'll just flip the normal. Be nice if it wouldn't go through itself. It's going through the bow tie. Excuse me, sir. Sir? Ooh. Also might help if I made the pressure higher, because this shouldn't be causing its own problem. See how it's sticking like this? Why is it doing that? I think it's the, yeah, now it's just gotta resettle. I gotta just pull at it. It's because it has the curved corners that it's having those problems. Yeah, because they are at layer 0. Do layer 1. I'm gonna make this one not. I just want to make one of them. So that it'll maybe sort itself out. Honestly, out of all the things that we've done today, it's just these, it's just this little tie that we decided to make at the end. Like, come on. Figure your life out. And it's flopped over. It is. Yeah. I'm just gonna pull it out and see if that helps. Excuse me. Come on. There it goes. Okay. I'm gonna try something. Okay. Freeze. Layer 2. Okay. These are all going to become 5 particle distance. And we're going to simulate this. We're so close. Okay. Is this still? No, okay, nothing's frozen now. So I'm going to shrink this just a little bit more. Play a spooky game here. I'm going to, because it's already causing some issues there, freeze this, increase the collision thickness to 5 so it doesn't go through it as easily. I'm going to do the same to these. Make the collision thickness 5. And return this to 100%. Push that inside. Maybe not push it inside. There we go. I'm probably going to just turn off the pressure for this guy. To make our lives just a little bit easier, because we're right at the end. 0 pressure, okay. Sir. Okay. I'm gonna do it this way. Rendering thickness, I'm gonna make this 50. I wanna see how thick that ends up being. Not 50. Make you go back in there. Go back in there. Go inside. You have no pressure. Stop being fleece. Stop it. Maybe change the shape to more of 2 triangles. Yeah. This is the first time I've had this kind of an issue before. Okay. You know what might be doing it is the elastic. You come here. Reset. 3D arrangement. Come here. Now I'll redo that elastic. And I'm going to turn off the pin. Make the elastic a higher percentage, or the ratio higher. And I'm gonna hold it. And come here. Fine. Of all the things. Come here. Makes the most ugly triangle I've ever seen. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it this way, actually. I just don't know why it's having that problem today. It might be because it's such a large object. Why did I not symmetrically do that? One side looks great, the other side's all wonky. Cut. Unfold. Now it can go there. Where are we? It is below ground, so I'm bringing this back up. Give me... Show me which side is the normals. Okay. The most giantest bow tie. This has to become smaller in a minute. Doop. Make that layer 1. Layer clone under. I'm just going to use -5. Yeah. I've just haven't had this problem before in making a bow tie for him. Their values are there. I'm like, there's not a bug, I don't think. You know, what might be causing problems is honestly just the layers. I'm going to go ahead and try something and just remove all of the layers for these two. Because why is layer 2 not going inside of it? I think our layer values, I think I got them all mixed up. Come here. Don't select the arm. No, that's fine. This time I did that intentionally. Just because I have the value also there. See, now it's not having a problem. Except there. There it goes. Okay. See, now it's not having issues. I think it was the layers. I forgot how the rule of... Yeah, I think the rule of layers is a little more complex than I remember right now. Layer 0. And this is why you bring everything back to layer 0 when you're done. These also need to become 5 particle distance. Why don't I do 3 rows elastic? I think the problem was not the layers, but it was the it's like a belt loop over a belt. Yeah. Because now, I'd bet you... Not gonna do that. Not doing that. We're gonna do it the other way. 120 for both. And simulate. There we go. And I'll increase the shrinkage, weft, and warp. 120 as well. Make it a little wider. There we go. Yep, now we can just fix this. Shrinkage. Oh, we need to make sure the weft and warp are going the correct direction. Okay. Nightmare bow tie. Yeah, so this was a fun layer reminder of turning your layers to the correct layer. $90. $80. $65. I don't want it to be too small. Yeah, well, let me leave that 65. We'll leave that 65. Let's make this one 90. I'm doing this just because then I don't have to worry about it moving as much, if that makes sense. I want to change this C a little less. There. Doing it this way, I don't have to worry as much about the pattern being manipulated so much as... See how I have to wait for that? If I do it with the weft. This is the cheater method, as I call it. Now I'm just shrinking it. There we go. Yeah, because I was just going to use the pins back again now that I've got this working properly. Because a lot of the time you can just tack them, so I'm just using the tack tool. Because that's what would also be used IRL. You mean this one in the middle? Nah, I'm just gonna leave it. Yeah, let's see. Because these are pretty thin. Should we do fleece again? Or should we do like a satin? Let's copy the Sherpa. Drop that on there. Because it's going to be a lot more floppy when I do this. It would make it stiffer. Let's just try satin. I'm just going to bring it in. Because he'll be fancy boy. I'm going to pick... We're going to have a green bow tie for him for now. There we go. It's just moving slowly now because it probably looks floppy because it's also 5 particle distance and everything else is not. There we go. No. What? The heck? I think I button mashed my hotkeys. There we go. I gotta fix the vest that we made. Yeah, I need to fix the tack as well, but I want to get this out of his torso. There, okay. Now I fixed the bow tie. It's probably my tack, so let's go ahead and adjust that. Where are my tacks at? Just gonna delete that one because I want to put it on the collar. So it's laying funny because the vest is underneath it, but it's being held up by this guy, so I'm going to turn this back on. There we go. Come on. Okay, that's it. Negative 20 and then 20. There you go. I like it. He's just trying to be fancy. I'm gonna turn this off. There we go. What do you think with the green bow tie? Yes, no? 92.1. You'll... I need to change the length of this line. There it is. You still want me to adjust it some more? No, stay there. No, no imploding, please. I'm gonna fix the length of this line here, and that's what's going on. But I'm gonna do that later. I just want to fix this. There you go. That's fine. I'll true this up before we make it available for everybody. But yeah, we got our little dinosaur. He's very angry. Wait, we'll give him a silk vest. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. Hello. If anyone just heard quacking, that's my cat. Hi, sweetie. Sorry, I just heard quacking through my microphone, so I'm guessing you guys also heard it. But yeah, look at him. He's a very angry boy. He took more time than I thought, but I love him. Honestly, the only thing that took the longest time was that bow. And now he's really mad about it. I mean, he doesn't have any hands, and I only have one hand, also known as the mouse. You know? He's now late for his dinner party. So now we saved the project. Again, always save your project. It might save every couple of minutes based on how I do it, but save your project. No, you're fine. We tried the thing. Honestly, I think it was layering that really did it, because I forget that layering doesn't really apply to things that are inflated. And you have to be aware of that. But this is also a good example of layering it and then remembering to turn off layering when you're done building whatever you're building. But yeah, so we have our little guy here. I could export him. I love it. He's mad about how long it took. Urgh. Yeah, even though he's a little bow tie. But this is the trick for those of you who are in Marvelous Designer. To use the bow tie, you can just cinch it like that. Yeah, I'll have to clean him up and adjust his bow tie. I might just remove this, so it's just a floating little bow tie. But I wanted to see what it would look like if he had like a little collar or something. But that. Just hyper realistic dinosaur. Yeah, just trim up a little bit and it's like, this is a completely different pattern. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me grab our little copy paste for everybody. This is wait, where did I put it? Did I hide it? I hid it. Nah. I think I changed it to Google Translate. Okay, they did. So, thank you for those of you who stayed. I know this is not like cool and grungy, but we have our cute little dinosaur buddy here. I'm gonna leave him up while I share in the ending here in the links. So for those of you who want to join our Discord, you can share your projects there, get help, like what happened here with me and my layers. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I can always ask for help. You can do so there. For those of you who want to test out Marvelous Designer for the 30-day free trial, if you want to join our forum, there's our official website. For those of you who are on Twitch, we do let this expire after the 2 weeks, but on YouTube it does stay. So I'm linking our YouTube channel in the comments. And I know this isn't part of our basic tutorials, but we do have basic tutorials as well, so I'm going to link that in the chat here, for where you can make normal things, or it might be a little easier than this nonsense bow tie that took a half an hour. And if you have Marvelous Designer and you're potentially encountering errors or just a bug and don't know what's going on, you can always contact us at Marvelous Designer Support Contact. It's going to be a little bit faster to submit a support ticket, and you'll get a faster reply that way. And thank you, Eric, for joining me on audio here. I was just like, let's see if this works. And thanks for moderating in case I missed anything. All right. Yeah, because this one was definitely not a case of like actual pattern making. It was just, we'll just wing it today and make a little vest on a dinosaur. But again, thank you, Eric, for joining us, and we will be in the Discord. I am the moderator, but so Watch your language, guys. But thank you for joining us. What should we name our T-Rex? We haven't named him. What should we name him? It's gotta be fancy. I think William's a little too simple. I don't know. Rosemary just said Tyrone. Tyrone the T-Rex. I do like alliteration. We got Tyrone. We got Alfredo. Tyrone Alfredo Francis III. I'm going to put that in there. That is his name now. Tyrone Alfredo Francis III. That is how he shall be uploaded to the store. I am naming him that. And when Sonia asks why is that the title, that shall be his name. Like, what? Okay, well, thank you guys for helping us name Tyrone Alfredo Francis III. He is very late for his date, and we gotta end the stream. We do. But thank you all so much for joining us and helping us name Tyrone. We will see you around, and we'll see you on the next stream. Bye.